Hello again, and for our last video in this series, for now, until more primes are released, we have the leader class ONYX Prime. Here's the box, and here's his forms, plural. On the side, you have the same mural. On the front, you have the window and the item. Now, let's get him out of the box. And here he is out of the box. And let me just say, for a leader class, he really does live up to it. With all of his articulation and just the cool sculpt overall. I mean, look at him. He's got these horse-like legs. Just all in all, a cool figure. But since he is a leader class, he does have a couple of things he can do. Like first, if you push up on his jaw, he now has his battle mask. Then, if you take his tail and take it out, first of all, he has individually posing fingers, so I think that's pretty cool. But if you take him and you split this down the middle, if you can do it like so, you can take this and plug it in. Oh, let me look at the instructions. And you can plug it into this peg right here. Then you turn this. And now, ONYX Prime has a bow and arrow. I'm not going to put it in his hand right now, but still, it's cool that his tail also works for something. And let me just say, he is a beauty in all of his winged glory with all of his articulation still. His arms can go this far back, and if you move the wings, they can go all the way around. Arms bend. Whoops. That's a mistake on my part. Bend. Leg goes back and forth. There is, I'm pretty sure, a waist rotation if you lift up the skirt. Oh, no. Wait, yes? Question mark? Yes, there is. There is a waist rotation, so that's cool. Head, all of that. And then here at the legs, since they're backwards, kind of, you gotta bend here, you gotta bend here, then you gotta bend here. Then you have the hoof pivot. And then you can just swivel the entire assembly. And then with his wings, they go forward and backwards. You can either close them up or spread them out. And if you have a flight stand like me, you can probably get them into some really radical poses. But now let's get into turning him into his first of two modes. his centaur mode with more than 2 legs. Okay. In his centaur mode, you can see he has all 4 legs. It was a very smooth transformation. Very nice. Same articulation as before. Just now, with these extra legs, you can swivel them, bend them, and then a down and up at the hoof. Now, quickly, we start. And here is ONYX Prime in his beast mode. And this thing is sick. It's a 6-legged winged dragon. We're just gonna say dragon to keep it short. With hooves. Yeah, but this transformation is really fun. And it leads to a very good outcome. All the articulation that you have on the robot mode basically translates here. Maybe all except for like the mouth moving on the head. Yeah, the head does all the head stuff should. Yeah, but you got movement in all of the legs. Everything is good in this figure. I mean, the colors are great. The sculpted detail, like the hairs, are great. The articulation is wonderful. But yes, this is ONYX Prime in his beast mode. I'm going to try. And now that we almost have ONYX all here, let me just say, the primes that I have right now are making this line look really great, because each one of them has a gimmick to them. Like a gimmick or a play feature. Now, whether they're big or small, their artifacts do really play into it. And it makes them all cool in their own way. primer. Ooh, I'm going to have to zoom the frame out for this. Alchemist. Tall people are going to have to get in the back. Alchemist. Micronus. Megatronus. Alpha Trion. And Solus. Stacking them all up here, you can really see all of their size differences. But despite their size differences, they all pack the same core features of a Transformer. Just with things that make them special or unique from others. But all in all, these primes are great figures that were worth everything that I did to get them, which was basically wish for them for Christmas, but it was all worth it because these figures are great. And with that brings this video to a close. Goodbye.